One of the top acupuncture myths is that there's no scientific basis for acupuncture. That is definitely a myth in as far as that statement, no scientific basis, comes from, presumably, comes from the explanation that the ancients used for why it is that acupuncture is effective, or the mechanism. So what we're talking about are ancient people. I mean, we're talking about before the microscope was invented, much less before MRIs were invented or lab and blood analysis was invented. So ancient people practiced acupuncture, and they saw the effects of the acupuncture. They saw the health benefits of the acupuncture, and they developed an understanding of the mechanism of acupuncture. How could that occur? How could this acupuncture be having this effect? How could it be decreasing this pain? How could it have allowed this woman to get pregnant, or that person to not have menstrual cramps? And the explanation that they used was, they talked about an invisible energy called chi, which also infused all of life, but in particular is referred to it within the human body and the human's health. So when you Google acupuncture and you look it up, there's a really good chance you can find an explanation of acupuncture that describes the use of chi. And this is, in fact, information that has been handed down to us even today. We study the way that our predecessors understood chi and as a mechanism of acupuncture, and in so doing, it helps us understand better how to apply acupuncture. That is completely different from saying that there's no scientific basis for acupuncture. In fact, nowadays, the sort of gold standard is what we call functional MRI. So the brain imaging is being done at the time that the acupuncture is being done. Thus the word functional added to MRI. And we can see very clearly, we can also do MRI before and after acupuncture, and we can see very clearly that the acupuncture is affecting the central nervous system, the brain. It's not that hard to measure these types of effects. You can look at the blood, you can look at the calcium level in the blood before and after acupuncture. I mean, there are lots of ways to demonstrate that acupuncture is indeed affecting the body. So there is indeed a scientific basis for acupuncture. What there is not is a complete explanation for all the effects that we see clinically with acupuncture. There are lots of really neat theories that explain lots of different aspects of acupuncture, but there's no comprehensive theory. There's no, there's a lot of little experiments that show, that give us glimpses of various mechanisms that could be taking place, as to why these effects can be so instantaneous, as to why when you needle a place near the ankle, you can see the vision centers of the brain activate. We have these glimpses. We have what you might call, hardcore scientific evidence showing that there is an effect, but we being the scientific community, still do not have a complete understanding of the exact mechanisms that are taking place.